is on EA Sports as Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Okay, break.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to Mixon on first down. Ooh, the juke. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Bills sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing is Allen on third. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up 3rd and manageable.
And every play this run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a 3rd and manageable. Nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. They run again with Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. 20, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. But what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps in early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll line up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for the Bills.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the
the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now they'll send the tight end in motion left. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's
now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to look at all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Allen off the play fake. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Gets this one to Morris. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On play action, Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Allen. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On play action, Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They'll run with Mixon. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for this sweep here in Buffalo.
56.
Allen.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 3. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Mixon is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon will try the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw, it's Allen. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Allen going to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny that, and he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll try to run it in, going option right. They'll try to run with Harris. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early.